So I thought I'd just go over kind of how to shift the Atlas transfer case. When I first got this, it took a little bit of figuring it out. It comes with, I don't know if we call it a manual or whatever, but it kind of tells you a little bit how to do it. But then I actually ended up going on YouTube a little bit and kind of figuring it out a little bit better. But anyway, so in this video, I'm just going to kind of go over that. If you're thinking about getting one, or kind of give you an idea what to expect. But it definitely is a little different than the stock transfer case. But there's definitely some major advantages to it as well. So anyway, let's jump in the Jeep and we'll get that done. Okay, before we actually do the shifting part of this, to show you how to shift it, I'm just going to so we got the two shifters. The right one I've got set up for my rear axle. The left one is for my front axle. In fact, the little thing on here, it has an F and an R. But anyway, clear forward, that's high range. So that's the rear axle's in high range, basically two-wheel drive, because this is in neutral. It's in the center, so it's in neutral. You pull this back, this way is low range. So right here I'm in two-wheel drive, high range. Push this forward, then I'm in four-wheel drive, high range. I pull them back, put them both down this way, then that's where my low range is in both axles. And then center's neutral. So anyway, that's kind of how it is. Now we'll go through and kind of show you how to shift it. All right, I'm kind of going to go over this, kind of show you how to shift the Atlas transfer case. Took me a little bit to kind of figure it out. They give you a little bit of information in the instruction or the pamphlet or the owner's manual, but I ended up looking on YouTube to get a better idea, because this doesn't shift the same as the standard or the stock transfer case. So anyway, so you're going to want to get going about 5 miles an hour. So I'm in high range right now, just forward, in the rear, neutral in the front axle. Then once you get up to there, you just put it in neutral and it'll just slip right in. So now we're in 4 high. Put it back into gear and we're good to go. So all right, and then to go back into neutral, or two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, you just do that, back into neutral about 5 miles an hour, and it slips right back out. As long as you're moving, they'd say generally about 5 miles an hour, it works. It just slips right in. You shouldn't have to force it. It should just slide right in. And doing that, it just slips right in. So anyway, let's turn around here, go back this other way. And then to go to low range, it's a little different. So you're going to get up about 10 miles or about 5 miles an hour, put it into neutral, pull it out, then you're going to touch the brake. And as you come in, it'll slip right in just like that. And then to go into the low range in the front axle, same deal. Except you don't need to touch the brake on that. It'll just go right in. And then you can take it back out. So we'll go back into drive. Go get up to about 5 miles an hour, and then we can just slip it right out. So it's pretty easy as long as you kind of do that. The problem I was having, I guess the biggest problem was going from high range to low range and getting to go in. But the trick is you just touch the brake a little bit, and as you come into a stop, it'll slip right in. And you don't want to put too much pressure. You just want to, you want to put some pressure, but you don't. It shouldn't be hard. It should just slip right in. And doing it this way works really good. So now we'll go back to high range. We'll get back up about 5 miles an hour. At high range, just going like about 5 miles an hour, and should just slip right back up into high range like that. So there you go. That's kind of how it works. But pretty easy, pretty simple, but it is definitely different than the stock transfer case. It does have a synchro type, but I guess it's set up so there's no way you can grind the gears or whatever, or mess something up. But if you force it, then you'll break. You can break the cable. You can do other things. It won't hurt that, but it just won't work. So yeah, that's the trick. You just 5 miles an hour, slip it in, back into high 4-wheel drive. Works pretty good. Kind of crazy today. We're getting a lot of snow. I think it's not quite as much out here, but at home we were getting close to, I think we've got about 5 or maybe 6 inches or so. We're supposed to get another 3 to 5 tomorrow, which is crazy. The storms that are coming through are actually dumping quite a bit of snow.
they keep saying this, that we're going to get some and never really getting much. So I was kind of like, I don't know if we're going to get much, but we're getting it. But anyway, so that's kind of going over a little bit of how to shift the Atlas transfer case. One other way that I didn't think to mention while we're doing the shifting is you can actually, if you're like in high range and you're just kind of driving along, you can actually just let up on the throttle, the gas pedal, and push on it, and it'll slip right in. And then same if you want to take it out, you can just kind of let up on the gas and it'll shift right back out. So there is that way of going too. And then for some reason, if you get stuck in neutral, it says in the manual or whatever you want to call it, the pamphlet or whatever they gave me, that you can put it in neutral and then put it in drive or reverse, put it back to neutral, and you can just keep some pressure on it and it'll slip in. And I've done that. It works. You have to play with it a little bit. At least I have had to. But that's another way if you do get stuck in neutral. But I don't know. I like it. At first it was a little different, but now I'm kind of getting it all figured out. So it works good, and definite advantages for you know, just being strong, being able to take more abuse than the factory one. So anyway, I'm looking forward to really getting out and using it. The weather's been kind of crappy, been kind of busy, so I haven't had a chance to get out and do too much, but we'll be doing that here before too long. And had it in high range 4-wheel drive, just driving out here. The roads are pretty crappy, but anyway, so hopefully I helped you out, and we'll see you on the next one.